Yeah, good morning, everybody. We're here again. I promise I'm going to be doing this at exactly 8:45 a.m. But I want to, for those people that are following constantly, I want to apologize for a break, from the series that I started earlier. I said I was going to be talking about the 12 virtues, or principles or values that you will have, if you want to be successful. But today I'm going to break out, to do this one-off, on what I posted yesterday on Facebook. So okay, it's almost 9:45. Let me just wait for one or two more people to join in before I start. One of the reasons why I'm actually doing this, I want to make life easy for people. I want to make life easy, make business easy, make relationship easy, because I personally believe that it's easy. It's also human beings that are trying to make things difficult for ourselves and other people. Life is easy. It's been easy for me. I want to thank God for the grace, for His mercy, and for His favor. Right now, what I have in abundance is these ideas, these revelations that I have. So I want to freely give it out. Just the way I also make my platform available to people who are creative, I make it available for them so that they can maximize their potentials. A time will come, I believe strongly that I will come to an abundance, of cash, then I can freely give it like this, just the way I'm giving ideas, and also the way I'm making my platform available to people. Thank you for, I'm seeing people are coming in. Thanks, I just waved you. We're still waiting for more people to join. I'm just explaining the reason why I'm doing this. I want to make life easy. Life is easy. We are the one that is making it difficult for ourselves. It's really been easy. There are some basic things that you need to do. You just, like, for instance, if you're going to do any course in any university, no matter the course that you want to read, you have to, it's just same thing with primary school and secondary school. So no matter the course you're going to read, you still have to pass through the basic. You must know what is 1, 2, 3. You must know what is ABC. Those ABCD, those are the basics. Once you know the ABCD of life, if you know the 1, 2, 3, 4 of life, you discover that life is really, really easy. So all you just need is just the grace, the mercy, and the favor of God, so that you'll be able to balance up everything, so that you can achieve your desired goal, so that you can reach your desired destination. So it's exactly 9:45. 9:45. I'll be starting very shortly. I'm still waiting for one or two more people to join. I'll try as much as possible to do this under 30 minutes. Under 30 minutes. And also want to encourage people to ask questions. You can make your contributions. You can drop your comment, and even if I don't get to answer it now, but during the course of the day or the week, I will definitely respond to your comment. And if you have any questions, the same thing, you can drop your questions, and I will make sure that I answer them before the end of business today or during the week. And also for those people that are watching now, I want you to also share with your friends, because the things I'm going to be sharing today, I'm going to be sharing things that are very practical, things that I've used, and is working for me in my business, in my life, and in my relationships with people, So that's something very practical, and I want you to listen attentively. And if you have people that you think, that will benefit from this, I'm asking you to please share, so that other people can benefit from it. What am I talking about today? You see, it's very key, it's very important that you listen to this, and I will just give it to you before I go to start explaining. You see, life, you know, the blood is, you know, is the life of the body. Let me say that again. The blood is the life of the body. Without blood, there will be no life. Do you understand? Without blood, there will be no life. So blood is the life of the body. And it's even in the scripture. For those people that are Christians, it's in the Bible. The blood is the life of the body. Without blood, there will be no life. So business has the blood too. So it is good for you to know what that is. Do you understand? Just like, for instance, you know, even if, you know, a lot of people will focus on one houses, you know, we want to have, you know, big cars, you know, we want to have the goodies of life. You want to have the best of life. But the truth is that if you are dead, will they be able to have all those things? Will they be able to enjoy it? Do you understand? You will not be able to enjoy it. Do you understand? I hope the picture quality is clear, and at the same time I hope you can hear my voice. I hope the sound is also clear, is louder. If not, just let me know so that I can increase volume, you know. So like I'm saying, business has a blood. So it's good for you to discover what is the blood of the business. Just like the blood is the life of the body. Without blood, there will be no life. You understand that? Without blood, I want that to sink in. Without blood, there will be no life. But you see a lot of people, they focus on, oh, you want to have a big car, you want to have a bigger house, you know, you want to, you know, travel around the world, you want to have the goodies of life. But question I'm asking, if you don't have life, will you have those things? If you don't have life, will you be able to enjoy that? You can see the blood is very, very important. So what you need to do first is to learn how to be alive, so that you can have access to the big house, to the big car, you know, to the goodies of life. It's the same thing in business. If you don't understand this, you know, it will also be very difficult. I'm looking for an easy way to communicate what I want to communicate to you. You know, business has a life. Business has a blood. The blood of business is not profit. It's not profit. You see, a lot of people, they set up a business, you know, once is 2, 3, 6 months, and they are not making profit. They leave it and they go and do another one, because their focus is making profit. Do you understand? Business is not just about profit. Do you understand? First thing, the thing that you should first of all seek, you know, to know or to discover is the blood of the business. The blood of the business. Because if you have the blood, there will be life. Do you understand? If the blood is there, there is life. It's the same thing with the body. You know, so business has blood, business has life. I'm telling you, profit is not the blood of business. Profit is not the life of business. Just like you have big houses, big cars, you know, the goodies of life, profit is like that. Do you understand? Profit, satisfaction, you know, those are, you know, the aftermath. Those are the reward, you know, of business. But if you want to keep business alive, you must have the blood, you understand, of business, and that blood has to be purified. Do you understand? So what is the blood of business? Just like blood is the life of the body. What is the blood? Simple. Cash flow. Cash flow. I'm not going to dwell into cash flow, you know, but I'll just give it to you. Cash flow. I want you to do, you know, Google and research, so you can have a lot of information about cash flow. Cash flow is the blood of business. If you want to keep your business alive, you know, make sure, you know, there's cash flow. Make sure you have, you know, the source of cash coming in, you know, is consistent. Do you understand? That should be your focus, not profit, because cash flow is the blood, is the life of business. She must know how to do cash flow analysis. When I was working in the when I was in the school, they taught me a lot about cash flow. But I'm telling you, I didn't understand it then. It was in the course of doing my business, I've been able to know and understand and apply, what a cash flow. Do you understand? And in my business, my focus really is cash flow, not on profit. Profit just happen. Once you keep your cash flow, steady, is consistent, profit will come. It might not come from the direct business. Do you understand? If you have an idea, if you know what cash flow analysis is, you will understand about asset, you will understand about income, you will understand expenses, you will understand liabilities. Do you understand? You will understand how to convert your asset into income. Do you understand? You will understand what is ordinary earned income. You will understand what is passive income, and you also understand what is called portfolio income. Do you understand? Once you have a cash flow, that comes, you have a steady income that comes, make it, open up the channels, get sources, of income, alternative source of income coming into your business. As they are coming, you understand, begin to find out how, you can convert, those funds that are coming in, into passive income, from passive income to portfolio income. And once you are doing that, what happens? Money, you make profit come. You might not make profit directly from your business. Do you understand? If you are making profit from business, good, but if you understand cash flow, you will know how to convert your cash flow into, from, the cash flow that is coming. The initial one is more like the end, your ordinary income that is coming, that is regular, the first, contact with the cash that is coming. Then from there, you see how you can invest it to get passive income. Would you understand? Okay, maybe for instance, money is coming in, you can decide to buy land, you can decide to buy a house, you can decide to put it into some other businesses that may not even have anything to do with what you're doing. Do you understand? So that's passive income. But portfolio income, that's when you get a consultant or you get a manager who will help you, manage your fund. Do you understand? So in managing your fund, you get additional income, which you decide to either apply into your business, so that it can, get more cash flow coming to the business. If you understand cash flow, I'm telling you, your business, will stand the test of time. This is something that I discovered that is working for me, and I really want to let people understand this. Sometimes people ask me, you stay in the mall is very expensive, how are you able to survive? Shops are closing in the mall. How are you able to, I've been there for 5 years. In Jabi Lake, in Kaja City Mall, I've been there for 5 years. In Jabi Lake Mall, 3 years. Do you understand? How are you able to cope? It's because I understand cash flow analysis. It's because I understand cash flow analysis. That's why I'm able to do it. If your focus, if you start out to do business and your focus in making profit, do you understand? Profit might not come immediately. Do you understand? It might not come immediately. And if it doesn't come, what do? Do you pack off the business? That's why a lot of people are, are giving up. A lot of people, I see shops are closing. I see a lot of businesses are folding up. It's because they don't really understand cash flow. You understand? They don't know how to, take advantage of cash flow. I could remember the first time when I started Bonus Place, the first deposit, I needed to pay a lot of money, just to keep the shop, and I didn't have all the cash. I went to the bank. The bank could not give me money because They were asking, me, have you done this before? Do you have any collateral and all that? That was when I even got to understand, because I was a banker, but as at that time now, I was on the other side. So that's when I got to understand what SMEs are actually facing. Do you understand? They have ideas, but to kickstart it can be very difficult. So what did I do? Do you understand? And I needed to pay for the shop. What did I do? I had to, be talking to friends, talking to families, and people that I felt, I thought could, assist, But thank God for His grace. Somebody showed up, and gave me more than 50% of the money that I needed. And what was the reason the person gave me? Because the person said she has been watching me. She knew I was passionate about the business. He knew that, I have a very good story. Do you understand? And she knew that, I was going to use the money, for the purpose, for which I was requesting for the money. Do you understand? So when I had that money, I made the first deposit, and that gave me access to the shop. So what did I do? I gave her part of the shop. I gave her part because I wanted money to come in. I gave a part of the shop to somebody who was looking for a space, who couldn't afford a big space in the mall, but they wanted a space, inside my shop. So the person paid the money, so and I added it to pay up for the rent. Do you understand? You see how cash came in. Do you understand? So within a period of some months, I was able to pay back the money that the lady gave me. Do you understand? And after a while, I discovered that I needed more space, and I had to let the person, to leave the shop. Now we have the shop 100% to myself. You see how cash flow comes in. Do you understand? The secondly, it's easy now. I have a lot of banks, because of the C, I always tell people, when you're doing business, open an account with the bank. Let cash, anything that is coming, let it route it through your bank. You can pay it and take it. Let them see the cash flow. Do you understand? By the time they see the history on your account, banks will be willing to do business with you. You might not have money. They are interested in your cash flow. They are interested in how money is coming in and how money is going out. Do you understand? If they see, that's why cash flow is very important. It's very key. That's why I'm talking about it today. It's not about whether you're making profit or not. Do you understand? The bank wants to see the cash flow first. Do you understand? And they want to also see the integrity of the person behind the business. So why is it nice, easy for banks to come and ask me, what do you want? They want to support me now. You know what I did? It's still the same thing I want to tell you. That time, when the first time I went to the bank, they couldn't give me money. Do you understand? But what did I do? As cash was coming, I opened a savings account. I had to discipline myself. I had to stop myself from, engaging in unnecessarily adventures. Do you understand? I was also, what I was taught in the bank is that if you're not making money, try and reduce your costs. I was reducing my expenses. I was converting my liability into asset, you understand? And I was converting my asset to income. So the money that was coming, I started saving until it got to a certain amount of money. Do you understand? So I gave it to the bank. That now served as collateral. So what was I doing? I was borrowing against that, and that reduced my interest. Do you understand? It reduced my cost, of borrowing. Are you following what I'm saying? So you have to build your cash flow. You have to understand cash flow. If you do not understand cash flow and your focus is on just profit, you will discover that you won't be able to sustain business. You will make profit, definitely, if you understand cash flow, if you understand cash flow analysis. So cash flow, is the blood, is the life of the business. Do you understand? If you start a business, like when I started Ikeja City Mall, it took some months before we were able to break even. And my focus was not even on profit. I had a vision. That was a purpose which was guiding me. Do you understand? And, I had my core values, when I set out to do Bonus Place, it was, to, my own way of giving back, to the society. It's my own way, of providing a platform that stylists can take advantage of so that they can maximize their potential. It was about transforming lives. Do you understand? That was the purpose. So I was looking for sources, of getting cash into the business. Do you understand? I was, ideas were coming, that was bringing cash. I was focusing on the cash flow, cash flow coming into the business. It wasn't it was not about profit. But I thank God, under 1 year, I was able to break even. Do you understand? But when I started Jabi Lake Mall, it wasn't like that. 1 year, because I understand cash flow, I kept putting in money. I kept coming up with different ideas, to make sure that, there is cash flow into the business. There is blood, and the blood is purified. But today, I can tell you, though it took some time for Jabi Lake Mall to pick more, unlike Ikeja City Mall, but today it has picked up. And I can gladly tell you that Jabi Lake Mall is on auto cruise because I understand cash flow. If you understand cash flow, if you focus on on your cash flow, you understand cash flow analysis, you will discover that business will be sweet, business will be easy. Do you understand? Because the truth is that the reason why a lot of people are failing, whether in life, in business, or in relationship, is the mindset, is the way you see things. Do you understand? I can remember those days. Anytime I'm traveling, from Lagos to Benin, when I used to go by road, I don't focus on the journey. Do you understand? I don't focus, because if I have to look at the kilometers, that I'm going to pass through to get to where I'm going, I will be, I will be sad. I will be depressed. I will be under tension. What do? It was easy for me to just look at my time. In 3 hours time, I'm going to be in Benin. In 3 hours time, I'm going to be in Benin. I check my time, 1 hour. That's more easy for me. But if I have to focus on the journey, I look at every bend, every stretch, that will be tension. So it's the mindset. Do you understand? If you don't have a positive mindset, or you don't look at business, life, relationship from a positive side, you will discover that it will be very difficult for you. Do you understand? So any pressure, any tension, you will always fall by the wayside. So what I'm telling you today, focus on your cash flow, focus on alternative sources of income into your business. You understand? And in the course of time, profit will come. Profit will come. Your own, if you're a Christian, for instance, I believe in biblical principle. I use biblical principle to do my business. They said increase comes from God, profit comes from God. Your own is to, do the business, prepare the business. You understand? Have a core values, have a vision, have a mission, have a goal. Do you understand? Have a purpose. Tie your purpose along with, with the kind of business that you are doing. You understand? The profit will come, increase will come. It's God that will give the increase. Do you understand? So the blood of a business is the cash flow. I hope you have learned 1 or 2 things from this today. From the next broadcast, I'm gonna go back, to the 12 pillars, or the 12 virtues that I said you will need to have if you want to be successful in business. And the last one that I discussed the last time, I talked about just standard. Do you understand? I talked about standard, that you need to have standard in business. And I said standard is the icing on creativity. And on that standard, I talk about values, core values. I talk about loyalty. I talk about trustworthiness. I said these are values that you need to have. You need to be have all these. You need to be punctual in business. Understand that when you talk about standard, you're talking about punctuality, you're talking about trustworthiness, and you are talking about loyalty. They come understand. And that was the one I shared. Do you understand? There are other 11 pillars I need to share, you know, that you will need to have, you need to equip yourself with in order for you to be successful, not just in business, in your life and in your relationship. But I had to stop that process because I needed to talk about cash flow, you know. I needed to control. Once in a while I will stop, you know, break the talking about the 12 pillars, you know, just to talk about, you know, issues like this that will come up, you know, that I think is that might be urgent, that I want to pass across to you, you know. So watch out for the next edition. A lot of people have coming in now, you know. For those people that just coming in, I will advise you, you know, to listen to this, you know. I'm going to share it on my Facebook page. I want you to listen to it, you know, and, you know, meditate on this, and not just meditate, apply it, you know, to your life. And if you have questions, feel free to ask me, you know. And if you also have a comment, pass it on my page, you know, so that other people can benefit from it. You understand? So in summary, just like blood is the life of the body, you know, and not the big house, not the big car, not, you know, the goodies of life. Because if you don't have blood, if you don't have life, you will not have access to the goodies, to the big car. The same way, cash flow is the life of a business. Cash flow is the blood of a business. If you don't have cash flow, if you don't understand cash flow analysis, you understand, and you focus on profit, just like a lot of people focus on the goodies, the big houses, the big car, you will discover that, you know, when pressure comes, you know, you will give up easily. You will give up easily. For some of us and those people that are doing well in business, go and find that they understand cash flow analysis. And even if bank is going to support you, going to do something for you, they will check your cash flow. They will catch your cash flow. So teach cash flow very, very seriously, you know. And if you want to get to know a lot about cash flow, information abounds. You understand? Just Google, you know, get to understand what cash flow is, get to understand what is, when you're talking about cash flow, you're talking about income, you're talking about asset, you're talking about expenses, you know, you're talking about your liability, how to convert all these ones, you know, into, you know, passive income, into, you know, portfolio income. You need to Google so that you can get to understand all these things. And thanks for those. I want to thank those people that have watched this, and I also want you to share it with other people. Do have a nice day, and watch out for the next edition.